A warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Phoenix, Arizona for the 1991 United States Grand Prix. Thank you to La Liga Virtual F1. Now it is time to get our formation lap ahead of 41 laps of action here in Arizona sunshine. So let's have a look at the grid after qualifying ahead of 41 laps here in North America. So on pole position from Williams, the number 5 of P_Rodriguez C will have Imluker in the McLaren alongside on the front row. The gap between first and second in qualifying was over a second. Offsprack from Italy representing Ferrari will be third alongside the second McLaren of Asiete from Spain. Then it is Jarasai in the sister Ferrari in fifth place. Alongside will be Danny #01 from Spain in the leading Benetton. Then Villeneuve and Massi 10 ASR make it an all-Italian fourth row, with Cabeza Speed from Argentina, Marete from Spain rounding out the top 10, with Lamafet, the first ever New Zealander to take part in a race such as this with Liga Virtual F1. Then we have Frosty, Pedro Diogo, Zamankasi, Ivan O, Sahil F1, Mugen, Maurizio, Isokix, Kenneth Ragland, Pino Schiotti from Italy, Jed Amy 11 from the UK in 22nd ahead of Nabil, Carmelo, Baroni Davide and Lucky Buzzard 927 from the UK, rounding out the 26 strong grid. Just listen to those engines burble. The virtual crowds in the grandstands are waiting the action over the next 41 laps. Hold on to your hats. It's going to get rough out here on the bumpy asphalt here at Phoenix. Lights out, and we are off and away, and Asiete gets a really poor start. But in the meantime, Luca gets past Rodriguez C for the lead, heading into turn 1 for the first time. As you can see, the field is starting to spread out, and there is approximately many times when we have at least 3-4 abreast coming towards the back part of the 26 strong field. Everyone trying to negotiate their way through, but it's not easy on the first turn, let alone the second, as there's been a multi-car incident. I count at least 4 cars that are having to at least collect each other, and then they get back under the way. One of them is the number 21 Dallara Judds from and that is Carmelo, as there's Danny 01 in the number 20 Benetton, and then there is the Tyrrell Honda of Villeneuve in the 3, being put up onto more than just one wheel, probably about a side pod 2. They all managed to make their way through. Nabil in the number 33. Oh, first casualty of the race. Left front suspension torn asunder, and one of the Ligiers kicks it to one side. Here's Frosty in the number 30 LaRousse Ford. And now this is another incident we saw, the number 14 there of the Fond Metal Ford, Baroni Davide, as they tried to get themselves back out, and looks like one of the Dallaras trying to get past there too. So they managed to recirculate. Here's the replay of the start from Asiete's perspective, who instantly gets passed by a couple of cars. We'll make that 4 cars before turn 1. Frosty gets an absolutely blinding start and passes 3 in one fell swoop. Make that 4. Looks to be in P6 by even the heading into turn 1. Lucky Buzzard 927 was one of the cars that didn't have a good run going into turn 2. And there is... Now, that's not good, is it? You would have thought spatial awareness was probably the best thing to happen. Here's America's Zamankasi on home soil in the number 10 Footwork Ford, managing to weave his way through traffic. As Danny #01 in the number 20 Benetton gets past Kevin Cragland for what is P10 on the road, as Cragland actually locks up in the braking zone, goes straight on, touches the barriers, and then rejoins. Sorry, Kenneth Ragland, my apologies there. And there's another incident. So Pedro Diogo from Portugal, rolling when with the Brabham stop on its roof and on the roll hoop. So Imolka leads from P. Rodriguez C. Offsprack, Asiete, Janasai and Cabeza Speed ran out the top 6 positions, all covered by 15 seconds. Marete, Maurizio, Frosty and Danny #01 round out the top 10 ahead of Carlos Feno and Isokix, who complete the top 12, and the field is really spread out round about now. Kenneth Ragland, Zamankasi, Jadami 11 ran out the top 15 ahead of Ivan O, Sahil F1 and Carmelo, with Baroni Davide, Villeneuve, Massi 10 ASR and Pedro Diogo and Mugen rounding out the top 23, as the latter 2 competitors are already a lap down on lap number 4 out of 41. Right, It's not easy when you try and turn a corner, and that is the number 17 AGS of Germany's Kenneth Ragland. And there's flames coming from the back of the AGS. The Ford engine has expired. Oh no, that's a real shame. But it was also classed as a suspension failure. And here are the two Benetton Fords, as one of them gets a good bit of wheel spin coming out of the corner. Let's have a look as they come into the tight left-hander. That is the number 19 of Carlos Fenno, just ahead of Danny #01. As there's one of the back markers. That's one of the Jordans, I think, just up ahead. And that is Maurizio in the 32. Here we are on board with, I think that is Villeneuve, just behind Baroni Davide. As Baroni Davide, has a moment, and Villeneuve has a rollover too. And that's not good, but luckily enough, the Tyrrell ends up on all four wheels. So this is the battle for what is 15th position. Now that's not what you want to do in the braking zone, as the 26 Ligier Lamborghini of Jedaimi 11. There's Zamankasi in the number 10, now up into P12 in the footwork Ford, ahead one of the Leighton House cars. There is Fenno in the number 19, Carlos Fenno going past Frosty. That is for position, so nice work from the number 19 Benetton Ford. One of the early cars that Michael Schumacher actually raced in, as that was not good for Frosty, lost the back end there. Maurizio's out, Maurizio out in the 32 Jordan Ford, rips the left front suspension asunder. Another spectacular retirement as, dramas for Carlos Fenno in the 19 Benetton. He's been passed by his teammates, and that's adding insult to injury. Here's one of the Tyrrells, that is the number 3 Honda-powered car of Villeneuve, one of the many Italians in the field, running 14th at the moment. So this is Massi 10 ASR alongside Jedaimi 11, who goes into the wall, and Jedaimi 11 has now got an engine failure. That's not what you want, and the marshals will quickly be on that one, as Danny #01 gets passed by Carlos Fenno. His teammates, the Benettons, at it again. They're like a pair of petulant children, aren't they? Imoca, in the meantime, in the leading number 1 McLaren, is leading ahead of the P. Rodriguez _C by over 3.2 seconds. Fenno closing on Frosty once again. This is for 8th place, as the 19 goes up the inside of the number 30. Not too far behind is Danny #01. And Frosty has a moment. Frosty has a moment. Manages to compose himself and get back out on circuit as Massi 10 ASR in the LaRousse Ford number 29 goes off. And that is a suspension failure. It's a real shame for the Italian, as Frosty in the number 30 LaRousse having a moment of his own. Down into 10th position is the LaRousse Ford. Marete in the number 6 Williams closing on Cabeza Speed for position. They go side by side. They're nearly interlock wheels. That's close. Cabeza Speed goes towards the left. Marete reacts accordingly, and Cabeza Speed keeps the position. Great battle there. Great spatial awareness from the two of them, not giving any quarter whatsoever, but Marete not giving up on Cabeza Speed. Up the inside goes the Williams. Let's see if he makes the move through. He does. Great job there from Marete in the Williams Renault. As moment for Frosty, slightly tagging the front wing on the wall. So not a good day in the office for the number 30. Zamankasi in the number 10 Footwork Ford, now up into 10th position as a result of Frosty's spin, and Frosty now lights up the rear tyres into reverse and loses another place there. There's Villeneuve in the number 3 Tyrrell Honda, rounding at the top 11 positions. Imulka has a moment there. The leader now is out. That's a massive accident. Another car that loses its left front suspension as the Asiete in the number 2 McLaren, the sister car, loses out. That is going to be 4th position now for the number 2 McLaren. That was one of the Ferraris, and gets tagged. So McLaren's race going from bad to worse here. So Imulka out, Asiete just waiting to rejoin, and finally manages to do so, and now enters the pits from 6th position on the road. Real shame for Asiete. Let's see if he comes back. Sahil F1 alongside Frosty. Up the inside goes the number 34 on the 30. Makes the position. Good job there from Sahil F1 with the Victor's signage on the highly placed rear wing in the number 34. And that is the Lamborghini. Oh no, Sahil F1 has a moment and Frosty gets past. So Frosty now back up into 11th position. Sahil F1 gets away with that. But then I don't think he does on the next corner. No, Sahil F1 now trying to reverse out of the way. And back onto the circuit, losing a handful of positions. That's 2 places lost by Sahil F1 in the Lamborghini. Oh no, Mugen is out in the Minardi Ferrari. The engine has expired. A plume of smoke from the rear exhaust. Now we are with, this is P. Diogo. So Pedro Diogo, who has a clobbers the wall on the left-hand side of it after putting the power down too hastily. Coming through the right-hander as Frosty has another lock-up. Oh my goodness, number 30. Not having a great day. Teammate to the fellow LaRousse Ford driver of Massey 10 ASR, who was already out with suspension failure. Lap number 21 of 41. It is still plenty of time to go in this race. As Cabeza Speed being closed on quite quickly and gets swarmed by 2 cars, which looks to have one of them be a Siete in the number 2 McLaren. The other one looks like to be a Tyrrell Honda. So Asiete gets past, and the Tyrrell Honda spins off in the distance. Whoops! That's not what you want to do in a fast corner. Oh, that is Carmelo in the number 21 Dallara Judd that has just had a massive moment and has had a suspension failure and will be classified out of the race. So what a shame. Ivan O in the 18 AGS Ford has another drama, loses the car, spins it back around and starts going in the correct direction as Sahil F1 in the 34 Lamborghini gets past for P11. So Marete and Carlos Feno now battling away for position. So Carlos Feno been really racy here in Phoenix, but now, oh no, Feno's out. Feno is out. So that's one Benetton gone. We had that sort of fatality on the suspension with the number 1 McLaren earlier on of Imulka as the number 16 of ISO Kicks is battling away in one of the Leighton houses with Miguel Rosa a little bit further down the order, but this is for position. Then there's one of the footworks in the background. Simonkasi doesn't seem to be doing very well in the braking zones, and there is the number 16 of Isokicks. They both lose it at turn 1, and now they rejoin safely, but over the bumps they go, and you can just see how much air time these cars are getting. 10 laps to go here at Phoenix for the 1991 Liga Virtual F1 United States Grand Prix. There is our pole sitter, P_Rodriguez C, who is languishing a bit further down the order, as that is Asiete, I think, going back into the pits. Let's see if Asiete manages to recover, as Cabeza Speed in the Minardi Ferrari. The Sol Minardi roars down the start-finish straight, as here is P. Rodriguez C, still leading in the Williams Renault number 5, the same one. Oh no, Zamonkasi has a moment, and P. Rodriguez C has got absolutely nothing to do with, nowhere to go, and has an accident. That is it. Our pole sitter and race leader now out. Sahil F1 has another moment in the number 34 Lamborghini, but that is Sahil F1's race done with suspension failure. Zamonkasi still, irrespective of all these mistakes, is having still the opportunity to move forward, as Ivan Orr from Spain is now trying to close on Frosty in the number 30. And Frosty having a moment there, not good, and his left front suspension is gone. That's his race done. Asiete and Cabeza Speed on the last lap of the race. This is the battle for 4th position. Asiete up the inside, the pair touch. Oh no! Spooning in sympathy with the pair, but Cabeza Speed gets back in front, and Asiete loses ground and has to settle for 5th position. But round the final corner, it's Italy's Offsprack in the 28 Ferrari, Vincitore here in North America, by a considerable gap. So, and it's her Ferrari 1-2, with Jarasai also taking the checkered flag in 2nd position in the number 27 Ferrari. But there has been one that has also been making good progress, and Marete, the number 6 Williams Renault, rounds out the podium here at Phoenix, Arizona for the 1991 La Liga Virtual United States Grand Prix, and celebrates with a crash. But Offsprack, Vincitore, Bella Italia, Ferrari's Forza Ferrari here in North America. Our winner here at the 1991 United States Grand Prix, ahead of Janasai Marete with Cabeza Speed, Asiete, Danny 01, Villeneuve, Ivan O, Pedro Diogo and Zamankasi rounding out the top 10. And that is it for the US Grand Prix here in Phoenix.